So, welcome everyone to our second government tech chat hosted by PTZ Optics, where we invite technology experts from around the world specific to government video. And today we're really going to be focusing in on courtroom audiovisual technology. And I've invited Greg Fechner from BEINCOURT, who's joining us from Reston, Virginia, from his Courtroom Experience Center. How are you doing today, Greg?
Fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for joining us today. Your courtroom has so much for our audience to see. You have audio, you have video, you have camera control, courtroom control. You've designed this for judges, for lawyers, attorneys. You really thought about the entire courtroom experience. So I'm really excited to not only see everything you have, but I can actually remotely control some of the cameras. Let me let you kind of just explain to us what you have over there. It's really exciting.
Yeah, Paul, thanks. Appreciate it. First of all, thanks everybody for attending. I'm Greg Fechner. I'm the Vice President of Business Development here at BEINCOURT. And I just wanted to share some details about who we are and what we do here at BEINCOURT with everyone attending. So, Paul, first of all, thanks for the invite. As always, you know, it's great to be here with you and be able to share a little bit about how we're impacting the judicial community through hybrid technology. You know, BEINCOURT, as we've discussed before, Paul, you know, we're completely dedicated to serving the judicial market with hybrid courtroom and evidence presentation technology, and that's all we do. So we're completely, you know, focused on that market. And you know, as you're seeing today, you know, we've built a space called our Courtroom Experience Center out for that specific purpose, right? To provide full-on demonstrations of hybrid court mock proceedings and evidence presentation technology. So our customers and clients and those that are interested in these types of technologies can come experience what it will be like in a courtroom, you know, as if it were in their specific courtroom. So got some great special announcements to make today regarding some of our technology and some of our solutions and how we're bringing PTZ Optics more and more into our solutions. So as you see, the Courtroom Experience Center today is outfitted with PTZ Optics cameras, and we're extremely happy with the quality. We've put them in the field with our clients, and we just love the quality and the customer support and the relationship we have with PTZ Optics. So we're excited to be here, and we're excited to show a little bit about what we do.
I want you to explain what we're looking at here because we have multiple views of your space. And I know that's important when you're doing a virtual courtroom. Do you want to kind of explain how this is set up? And I'll actually remotely control this camera a little bit so we can give the audience a little tour of your space.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's a great point, and we were going to get there. So here we go. So at the end of the day, you know, audio and video in the courtroom is extremely important, especially from a hybrid perspective, right? And being able to capture all of the participants in the courtroom is key. So in this particular scenario, as I set the landscape here, you're seeing the camera from my laptop, which is kind of, the image quality is not great. You know, it's kind of a little bit washed out, but it's on this head-on view. But you're also seeing a couple other views from the cameras in the room, right? You're seeing the one that Mike's controlling here, the pan tilt zoom camera, which can be moved around the courtroom. You're seeing a camera off here, which is dedicated to be on the judge, and you're seeing another camera off to my right, which is focused on the witness. And I'm going to kind of get up and walk around a little bit. So what we're doing is we're actually representing the several stations you might find in a courtroom environment, right? So here is what you would typically find as a podium or a lectern in the courtroom where people present evidence. So we've got our our document camera here, where we can show, physical or documents to be seen or submitted as evidence. We've got our attorney tables on the left and right. Both attorney tables have the ability to connect their laptops and being able to show evidence as needed. Of course, we have the camera focused on the witness and the camera focused on the judge. So as clients come into this CEC, they get a real understanding and a comfort level of that we understand, the courtroom environment, and we understand how to solve the challenges that that a lot of court folks face. Whether that be from audio, where we use our dedicated speaker microphones that you're seeing here in front of me, our SoundSphere. These are custom speaker microphone combo units that we specifically designed for the courtroom environment for localized audio. So the importance of having these is the audio is directed right at the participants in the courtroom. So I've got the microphone here in front of me, but I've also got the speaker that's projecting the audio, whether it be in room or from the hybrid experience, right at my face, which is unique. So it's got that angled face. So we did a really incredible job of dedicating a speaker and microphone unit that's a PoE device with single wire for each station, right? So that eliminates a lot of the echoing and echoing and distortion and feedback you might get from whether that be like a flat table mounted microphone and ceiling speakers or what have you. It's a localized audio specifically designed for the audio in the courtroom, and it's meant for capturing the best possible audio for the record.
I'm loving the different views that we have of your space. And I understand you have a touchscreen controller that really makes this easy. I want to see if we can find a view, perhaps from the PTZ camera, because has the best, but that we could really show that touchscreen controller. Is there a view that we could capture that from?
Right. So yeah, that's our custom graphical user interface to control the courtroom. Across the top, you're seeing different functionality for the system. So on the far left, as you're viewing it now, from the CEC2 camera, you'll see a section that says virtual lobby. What virtual lobby is it's actually like as if you were in the courthouse waiting for your turn to go into the courtroom, right? So all participants that are either online, whether they be Zoom or Teams or those that are in person, are all waiting to be let into the courtroom. So when you're in virtual lobby, you're waiting to be let in. When the judge is ready to start the proceeding, they hit that green in session button. You hit the in session button, and that brings everybody together. So it's essentially as if the bailiff's saying, "Come on in, guys, we're ready to get started." All the people file in from outside of the courtroom that are in person, and then it admits all those folks that are in the virtual lobby for Zoom into the proceeding, right? So that actually starts the proceeding. And then as we move to across the top there, we've got several other functionality, right? So the ability to have the judge be able to have a sidebar is important during a proceeding, right? Being able to call the attorneys up to the bench or do it, from their prospective stations using the SoundSphere, allows them to have that functionality, which is obviously important during a trial. Moving along, you've got the presentation aspect of the controller. And as I hit presentation, what it actually comes up is all the sources where we can present evidence. So if I wanted to show, for example, the document camera, which is here, all I do is hit document camera, press view all. And there you go, right? Being able to present that evidence very quickly. Again, each console table has the ability to connect a laptop. Maybe, for example, somebody wanted to present evidence from the document camera but it hadn't been admitted or approved by the judge yet. If I hit this little button here that says preview, what happens is it takes it off the screen and it actually only shows up on the judge's monitor. So another key functionality that we have that's often used in a trial would be annotation. So if I go into annotation mode, right, and maybe we're talking about a serial number, right? Hey, look at this serial number right here, right? So maybe two attorneys are talking about the circumstance of a piece of evidence. Was this the serial number from the USB stick that that was used for the crime? And the other attorney could possibly say, you know what? You know, I don't agree. That is not the serial number that was used, right? So, and then that can be captured into the record.
Yeah, that the seamless switching and the way that this is all integrated into Zoom is very exciting. Are most of the courtrooms you're working with using Zoom and standardizing on that platform, or are you seeing a mix of unified communication solutions out there?
Yeah, it's a mix. I would say the top two by far are Zoom and Teams. Those are the two that are widely used. We integrate with all with all platforms, but Zoom and Teams are most prominent for sure. One other thing that I think is neat, that I think is worth showing, is being able to show evidence from your personal device, right? A lot of times, and we see this a lot in the tribal court community, somebody will have evidence on their phone from video, right? They captured the video on their phone, and they wanted to submit that. They want to submit that into evidence. So what I do is I go actually to the touch panel here. I hit my screencast button.
If you can move over just a little so we can actually see the screen.
Yep.
Beautiful. Okay, so what button are you going to press here?
I press the little screencast button here.
Got it.
I'm connecting to the network on my phone, the CEC Stream Sync network on my phone, and now I'm simply easily connected to the CEC. So if anybody's interested in seeing and learning more about all the different things that we're doing in the CEC here, I'm actually on our website. It's got some photos, but it also has a little area here where they can actually sign up for a demo. And so we do a lot of, obviously a lot of virtual and in-person demos with clients. So if anybody on the call here today is interested in learning more about how we're attacking and addressing courtroom technology from a accessible and affordable manner, we'd love to give that demo, because that's really our focus. Our focus is to deliver justice technology to all of those courts that may or may not be able to find the budget for it, right? So we're providing an affordable solution. And that brings me to the other topic that I wanted to discuss today. So this is our CEC, and this is our high-end trial courtroom replica that's built for those high-traffic, high-end courtrooms that where technology budget isn't an issue. But we've also got a solution called EasyCort. We've developed the EasyCort over the last couple of years, and what EasyCort is, it's a pre-configured, pre-designed courtroom in a box. So for all those courts out there that just don't have the financial means to afford hybrid courtroom technology, we're able to deliver it at a fraction of the cost of a typical high-end custom courtroom. We've put together a very unique design where there can be in a fixed courtroom such as this, where we mount the PTZ Optics cameras on the walls, and we include all the evidence presentation. But we also have it in a very, very unique format where it's mobile, where courts can take their Courtroom in a box, or their EasyCort solution on the road with them. And that's very, very important for those courts that, such as the tribal courts, where they may not have a courthouse or a courtroom to deliver, or to be able to use as a fixed courtroom, or for those folks that need a courtroom disaster recovery solution, where, if something goes down in the courtroom, in the courthouse, where there's a fire and they need to take court to the community, they're able to do that. So we're the only developer and solutions provider, in the world that offers this type of solution, and we're excited to bring it to the market. And we've got several contract vehicles that we're able to deliver it on, whether that be GSA or NASPO or Texas DIR. There's a lot of different options. We got a couple of different California contract options. So we're excited to be able to bring that. And the key message for today is that EasyCort mobile solution and our EasyCort fixed solution now uses PTZ Optics cameras. So prior to this, we were using a different solution, and we just did not get the results that we wanted. So we've redesigned and developed our version 2 of our EasyCort solution, and we're now using PTZ Optics cameras, and we're really excited to announce that today.
Well, that is great. And with that allows you the capability, and your customers the capability to remotely manage all the cameras. And I didn't want to jump to that quite yet, but you might have seen that there's been some camera movement and management during Greg's presentation. I've actually been doing that remotely from my office over here. So this is a software called PTZ Optics Hive. And what this does is it allows the IT or AV managers the ability to connect all of their different spaces. So courtrooms, meeting rooms, conference spaces, and manage it in one central location, so that if you have courts in rural areas or that are spread out from long distances, you can now get a notification if anything is going wrong and double check to make sure everything is set properly. And as you could see during a presentation, I had to ask Greg to, maybe just move that over a little so we can get a better view, right? And I can remotely move these cameras around and make sure that everything is set up properly. And that's a nice kind of value for our customers. It's only $25 a month to get started and that fits most courtrooms pretty nicely. But we also have an enterprise version, which is only $3,000 a year. And with that, you can essentially add unlimited spaces to your Hive platform. So just to give you an example, like if I click this button here, I will transfer to a new space. And this is actually the space that I am at right now, right? So this is my studio here in Pennsylvania. So really giving you the ability to connect all of your different spaces together for remote management and control, which we know is a pain point for a lot of government organizations that that span the globe or span an entire state. So just wanted to share that briefly. It also works with all camera brands, essentially. We support over 400 PTZ cameras. So if, for example, your organization is purchasing a Panasonic or a Sony camera or has those installed, the Hive will work with those. So it is very much an open platform. It will even work with Axis cameras, which are the very popular security cameras that are in so many spaces. So really giving you a lot of flexibility to bring the existing cameras that you have into a single unified platform for management and control. And then giving you role-based access. So right now you'll notice that I cannot share access with Greg's studio. This is Greg's studio. He gave me producer level access, meaning I can see the video and I can control the cameras, but I can't invite anyone else to Greg's studio. Now, if I switch back to my studio here where I am an admin, now I do have the ability to switch roles and give role-based access to different levels. So the judge might have a different access than others, and you can have just view only access, control, and then administrative access here um, for role based access, which is so important from a security perspective. Everything is encrypted. Everything is encrypted both from the camera sources and in the cloud. And it offers organizational level and room level management for IT departments that, let's say, are managing multiple buildings. Like we work with the New York court system, and the court system spans multiple divisions. And so each organization can be set up with their individual rooms. So you'll see here there's a PTZ Optics organization, there's a BEINCOURT organization. If I was bringing online a whole nother court system, I could create another one and add each room and individually manage all that. So just wanted to briefly take a peek at that um, as we're showing kind of some of these technologies, Greg, that you're putting together. They really complement each other. And
Yeah.
what you've built here is specific to the court and courts, but there's a lot of applications to what you're building. And I wanted to ask you a little bit about your Stream Sync solution that really ties a lot of this together.
Absolutely, and that was actually a third topic that I wanted to bring up today. So that's a perfect lead in. I actually have our CTO Philip Kaiser on the call with us today, and
Okay.
Philip will kind of walk you through what StreamSync is, but what you're seeing here today is run by StreamSync, by our solution StreamSync, and I'll let Philip kind of fill everybody in on the details.
I appreciate it, Greg. Yeah, yeah, Paul. So StreamSync is really built to take advantage of NDI technology. And that's one of the main reasons that we partnered with PTZ Optics, was to really take advantage of the NDI encapsulation that they have built into a lot of their cameras. Um, Everyone is familiar with the typical AV over IP type of solutions where you've got encoders and decoders and proprietary technology. A lot of cost, a lot of maintenance goes into those systems, along with programming delays. By kind of streamlining and taking that out of the equation, running a native NDI a video stream into our StreamSync appliance, we're able to switch and move that video and provide the different types of views that courts and medical and training and higher ed environments all require. In addition to that, our StreamSync appliance allows you to do annotation, just like Greg has shown previously in the webinar. That annotation can be saved, it can be exported, it can be put into a USB flash drive, it can be sent to into an FTP server in the network, into a Windows share, to make it really easy to kind of streamline that whole process. In addition to the annotation, we've also got the ability to do a wireless share. So as you saw Greg, he actually associated to the StreamSync in the courtroom. There's a security code that comes up on the screen so people can't accidentally photobomb or do something that's inappropriate in the courtroom. And then once that is granted and previewed by the judge, that image on your cell phone, on your tablet, on your computer, whether it be a Mac or a PC or iOS or any type of Android, is then easily presented into the courtroom. No dongle, no software, no client needs to be loaded. It just works over the Wi-Fi in the courtroom. Um, in addition to that, we can take in HDMI inputs and send them out to HDMI outputs in the courtroom. And in instances where HDMI has is too far away, if there's a screen that's over 30 feet or 60 feet away, we can put very inexpensive decoders on the network and set those up as endpoints and route video to any of those screens. This is the unit that you saw earlier that is tying in the audio and the video into Zoom. Very important. As you're seeing right now, we've got 3 PTZ Optics NDI cameras that are registered to the StreamSync, and we are presenting those as individual cameras in the Zoom call. You can pin those to create your own custom view, or you can create a matrix if you like. It's really up to you. We also interoperate with Teams, and Teams, as you know, unless you're using a Teams room, is going to want a matrix as well. We can do a 1x2, a 1x3, or even a 2x2 matrix up to 4 cameras in Teams. That audio comes through on Teams as well. It's all digital from our DSP via that UVC port on the back of StreamSync to give you a great experience. So, think about PTZ Optics and StreamSync being put into courtrooms, into educational rooms, where maybe a professor wants to showcase a lesson or zoom in or present a document, a p or even another piece of physical information, and maybe they want to annotate on it, a physics presentation, anything of that nature, and it can all be sent to a recorder. So that's really is the power of StreamSync, and it's delivered at a fraction of the cost of those typical AV over IP types of solutions. So we're really excited about it and really excited about what that brings to us and to PTZ Optics in this NDI infrastructure. So I'll give it back to you, Greg.
Yeah, thanks, Philip. So we showed a couple of different things today regarding, obviously the PTZ Optics cameras and how we're utilizing those in our different solutions. We talked a little bit about StreamSync, so Philip did a great job of explaining how there's a need for this type of technology in the market, how it's enabling a lot of courts to be able to take advantage of the use of technology in an affordable fashion. And then I spoke a little bit about SoundSphere, and I wasn't really able to show you, what that device looks like. So I'm going to share my screen for just a second and give you just kind of give you that brochure on screen so people can then see that. So let me do that now. This is the SoundSphere brochure, which can be found on our website. I'm actually at BEINCOURT.com, and there's a dedicated section for SoundSphere, as well as our EasyCort EasyCort solution. So there again, you'll find all the different technical aspects you might require for SoundSphere. So you can check that out on the website. Again, it's at BEINCOURT.com, and this is the website here. Again, if you're interested in scheduling a demo with us and learning more about our solutions, you can go right to our homepage and schedule a demo here, or you can check out our Courtroom Experience Center page, scroll down, schedule a demo there. And then if you want to learn a little bit more about the EasyCort solution, which we were talking about, that's mobile or fixed, you can go to our EasyCort page, and we've got all the details about what the key features, benefits, and options are. And you can actually even build your own courtroom using the EasyCort configurator and get a cost estimate right as you complete that, so instantly, to help courts get a budgetary estimate on what their EasyCort solution is going to cost. So lots of great information on our website. Again, we'd love to connect with the audience one-on-one basis and do a virtual demo here using the CEC, or I can, I've got my mobile demo EasyCort system. We can actually do a virtual demo using that as well. So again, we're excited to be part of this. We're excited to have PTZ Optics as part of our solution, and just a lot of exciting things happening here at BEINCOURT.
Well, I really appreciate you doing this demo today, Greg and Philip. Thank you so much for doing this. Um, it's always incredible to be able to jump in. I just want to let everyone know that you can schedule a demo with Greg and Phil to jump into this room and really dig into it. So there's so much that we won't be able to cover really in this webinar today. So if you'd like to, if you're watching this recording later, reach out to BEINCOURT and use their form on their website to schedule a meeting. If you're interested in trying PTZ Optics Hive, you can actually do that for free. It is just launched, so you can go to ptzoptics.com/hive and get a free trial of that. And PTZ Optics Hive is available from BEINCOURT. So it's a really great full ecosystem solution for modernizing courts and really making IT and AV support much easier when we're all virtualizing and trying to make courts more accessible. So I really appreciate everyone joining today. We'll stick around to answer some questions, but that's going to be it for our recording. So again, we'll put some links in the comments below so you guys can get in touch with us if you're interested in learning more about this really innovative courtroom technology. Thanks for watching.